All right, so welcome. I'm going to give you a brief overview of what our paper-based portfolios look like right now and how we use them in the classroom. So here is a link to the blog that the students have, which you have heard or will hear more about. Inside our portfolio, according to our agreements, we have a number of elements. This is a teacher contribution to help match what the students have been doing. You can see that there's the reflections according to the learner profile here. And as we go through, you'll see different elements of the student's work. This section, next section will be language. And there's work that has been done by the student related to our various units of inquiry. We believe in a transdisciplinary approach to teaching the curriculum, and so these are spread across the various units that we've been doing. This particular one is related to a 2 stars and a wish for an activity that they were doing working with their story. You can see that we've got the beginning, the middle, and the end here where they're starting to plan out their story. And then, of course, here's my teacher contribution. So that's a bit that's talking about the language writing process, and I say that it's done independently with other students and with teacher support. And some activities will only have one of these highlighted, but this one, because it is the writing process, is working with all of them. There's a brief teacher description of what the activity is to support the activity that the students have done. This is a picture of the book that the student created throughout the course of the unit, and then here is the book. I won't go into it right now, but it's about 7 pages type of thing for the work. You can see that our portfolios have a collection of pictures which describe, plus written work from the students, and then again we're at another element of teacher contribution. Okay, and this portfolios are generally like a showpiece or a showcase of what the students do throughout the year. Pictures of their work often, especially in the younger grades, are very important. And you can see that there's elements showing their learning throughout the year. Portfolio pieces are generally, should show process and progress of the students working throughout the year. There's the haiku poem. Actually, I think that'll be the haiku poem that August refers to in his video that you look at some point. Okay, so we're moving now into a little bit of math. Again, these purple sheets are the ones that I contribute because I put in an example in accordance with the portfolio agreements that our primary school has, and again I change them and make them special by adding pictures of the students doing the activity. You can see we're moving into patterns and into symmetry in this section. These portfolios will be used for the student-led conferences. They're used during the parent-teacher conferences. We have 2 sets of parent-teacher conferences throughout the year, and then it will be a focal point for the student-led conference, in about a month from now, where they'll be using this to reflect. This is an example of a trip that we made to the post office in accordance with our unit, and again, I've got a specialized teacher comment on there showing the student learning in the pictures here. Here we go with some other elements that are related to our unit. This is a bit this is an example of what we're doing, and it's part of our Sharing the Planet unit, where we're talking about what choices we can make to coexist as students as we're working our way through life. Tolerate strategies to manage peer conflict was the focus of that. So we get into some of the other transdisciplinary elements. We've got some German work in here from the students who go to German. There are links in this binder to elements relating, here's the music. You can see that the technology is here for his hour of code that we did earlier this year. This is a link, including a QR code here to their blog, which has the elements of dance. It's a video that they use to their piece. And here's another PE element where they're adding their healthy choices. So all in all, this is a brief overview of what our students' paper portfolios look like, with a brief explanation about what the expectations are for our school. Thanks.